Hey everyone, this is Angel from JJM Life Team, the hub in Manteca, and it's the day after Father's Day, and I just wanted to just drop a quick thought. I know last several videos, all last week, we were doing different videos from the Book of Deuteronomy, but I just wanted to kind of just share my heart on the day after Father's Day. You know, there's a lot of fathers that maybe yesterday was a bad day. Um, Maybe yesterday was a decent day because you've maybe you weren't a great dad, or whatever the case was. And I just want to encourage some men out there, um, to keep, as far as keep your head up. I'm I've been married going on 23 years. My oldest is 19, gonna be 20. My youngest is 18, and we are so blessed, um, to be able to have a third that will be here in about 2 months or so, 2 months and a couple weeks. And we're excited for that, to be able to have that privilege and honor that to have another child. And it's a great restart for us, a great opportunity to be able to pour and shape a life. That's amazing. That is a great opportunity on our end, um, that we're excited for, me and my wife Diana. But to the men out there, the day after Father's Day, you know, being a dad's tough. And I've preached and done men's conferences, men's meetings, um, preached to a lot of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of men through the years. And the one thing in reading the Bible that's always found me, it's always interested me, and just kind of an interesting point, is that there's no Proverbs 31 for men. It doesn't exist. There's no chapter in the Bible that talks about Proverbs 31 of, you're going to be blessed in the city and they're going to praise you and you're going to be. It doesn't exist. Um, in a culture, in a society right now where masculinity is almost today's F word in our culture, because it's spoken of in such a negative tone. Whether it's TV shows or cartoons, and masculinity is just portrayed in a very negative light. And the church hasn't really done too well in how to depict that and what to do with it, to be honest with you. And how church and ministry, has gone. And as the church, and I throw myself in there, we just haven't done as good of a job as we should have. And so, to attract men, to disciple men, to make the gospel attractive to men, because it is, it really is, because it does reach the heart of what men desire and want, and which is how we've been created to desire, home, life, family, providing, protecting, feeling that as well, that we're needed. um, it's been said many times that men are just, little children wrapped in big bodies, and to a lot of degree, there's a lot of truth to that. And so, the day after Father's Day, if you're a man, you're a father, and maybe you haven't done a great job, maybe you've really screwed up, maybe you have made some terrible mistakes, and you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to rectify that. Don't stop. Don't stop trying. Don't stop reaching out. If you have young kids or older kids, if you have young kids and maybe the mother doesn't allow you to be in their life, be patient. Be patient. Continue to try. Do what you need to do. I'll tell you a couple basic things. Men, go to work. Very important thing to understand. Go work. Go work and go provide. That's a really big deal. To be that father that you desire to be. Respect is not given, it's earned. And self respect is not given, it's earned. because you really won't respect yourself until it is that you've accomplished something to feel accomplished, to feel like you have earned that right to respect yourself. Um, in the context of just natural life. Now, should you honor yourself? Yeah, there's the image of God type of scenario, and absolutely we find our identity in Christ and not our job. But at the same time, there is an element that is, I do believe that when a man can provide, there is some sanctification in that. There is some redemption in the heart of that man. And so go on and do that. And you can sit there, well, man, they're going to take, I understand, child support and all those different dynamics. I don't know. I don't know your situation, so I can't, there's too many different dynamics out there. I don't know. But all I'm saying is put forth the effort to rectify that situation and provide for the means of your children, however that looks and however tough that looks. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how hard you have to work. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter all those different things. And because I've been in your shoes where I've had to work. I'll give you one quick story. As we were building our business early on, and I just didn't know what to do. And at that time, man, work was very hard. It was after the recession that took place, the real estate boom, the bubble that popped in 2007 and 8. We were in Arizona, then we relocated back to California, and I was without work. I didn't have a job, and so I started my own business. And I started my own business as a landscaper and as a landscaping contractor, and something I didn't know how to do. My older brother Steve taught me some tricks, and he helped me. And in that, the rest was YouTube, asking questions, finding out, taking classes, paying for different things to learn how, then figuring it out. I was paying for classes of money that I didn't have. In other words, I could have used that money for other things, but I needed to be able to provide for my family. And I would clean gutters, and I remember during those times I do 3 houses, 2-story houses, be up there on a 24-foot ladder and cleaning out gutters, almost falling off and breaking my neck, man. But I did it because I needed to provide for my family. But I remember one birthday in particular, my son Justin, my youngest. I didn't have any money for his birthday, and man, that hurt. It hurt. I didn't have anything. I had, at that time we would recycle cans. We were living with my parents, and to put gas in the tank to take my boys to school. I never shared that with my boys. I didn't tell them that, but I would go walk around town, and I made flyers and just to find work, and I just pray in tongues and just walk around the city looking for work, literally walking, looking for work, driving around town, stopping, knocking on doors. Hey, can I clean your yard? Can I rake your leaves? I've got a mower in the back. Can I cut your grass? Now, mind you, at this time, I had done 7 years of community college. I went to Bible college and seminary. I had been in management and supervising positions. I was a full-time pastor for many, many years. But none of that mattered. I needed to provide for my family. I was a father. I was a dad. I was a husband. I needed to figure this out. And would I pray? Heck yeah. Man, I would pray and just pour my heart out before God. And then I'd go out there and look and expecting that God would open the door. But I remember this birthday in particular, my son Justin, middle of the summer, it's April. He was born April 10th. And, it was burning hot, and somebody had called me and they said, hey, I need you to take these, replace the grass. And we're going to put something else there, rocks, whatever. And in that, I go over there and I'm negotiating the job. Hey, I'm just going to take this amount of time. Per day, whatever, I was charging them. And I said, okay, I'll do it for this amount. And the guy looks at me, he goes, no, I'll give you $100. Dude, that's way too much work. I'll give you $100. That's all I'm going to pay. If you'll do it for $100, you can start right now and take the job. Man, I was upset. I was really angry, and I was like, nah, dude, I ain't doing the job. And I walked off, and I went to my truck, and I was about to leave. And I realized my son's birthday's in 2 days. I have no more work lined up. I don't know what I'm going to do. And man, I swallowed my pride. And I worked that whole day and the next 2 days. It took me 3 days to do that work. To earn $100 all day long. Because I had no other work. And I did it, and I was sweating, I was angry, and I was mad the whole time, praying, just, God, I can't even believe this is happening. Why is this happening to me as I'm working? And I'm crying while I'm sweating, but you can't tell that I'm crying because I'm sweating so much. And it took me all day. I'd get there at 7 in the morning, and I wouldn't leave till about 3:30 or 4. 3 days straight. I got $100. And with that $100, I went. We had at the time we had a Malibu. I filled up the gas tank, which was at that time, I don't know, $35. I bought my son a cake, and I bought him a present. And man, it was such a tough moment. It still hurts just because, man, it was when you, as a dad, you feel that. But I'm saying that, telling you that story because I don't feel the pain of it. I'm not, my son, man, I've got a great relationship with my boys. I'm so thankful. I'm just sharing that story because it's real. And I just, to you dads, maybe some of you are out there discouraged, and maybe you didn't have a dad to share these stories with you, to tell you that you can do it, to tell you that you can overcome those things and you can make it. I just want to, let me be a neighbor, a big brother, someone just to encourage you to say, man, do whatever you need to do because it's worth it. And it's worth it because my son never felt the impact of my mistakes. I never wanted my children to feel the impact of my mistakes. So I worked hard to make sure that they didn't, to the best that I could. And sometimes I had to just settle with the fact that life's tough, man, and I got to explain it to my kids, and it is what it is. But I did my best as a dad to take the brunt of the impact of life when my kids were little and financially we were struggling. And so I hope that story encourages you, because through that, man, I got my son a cake. We bought him a birthday present. He didn't know, and I've shared that story with my boys now that they're older. Now that they're young men growing up, to let them know, listen, you're going to grow up and be a father. You're going to grow up and be a husband. You're going to grow up and be a father. And I need you to know what I did to provide for you. That I don't want to hear any excuses when you're a dad. I don't want to hear any excuses when you're a husband. That as I did with you, and my dad did for me, I will hold you accountable, that you will do the same as a young man, as a young father when that time comes. And as much as it hurt with work and labor and all that stuff, and it was tough in that moment, I remember just thanking God. And it was after that, shortly, maybe within the next year, that our business actually grew. And we were able to provide an income for my family. We weren't struggling like that anymore. And I was able to provide for my kids and all those things. But it taught me a valuable lesson. And I say this to men all the time. When your kids are born and you go and you have a girlfriend or you have a wife or whatever, and you lay with that girl and you get her pregnant, and those kids are given to you as a gift. They're given to you. But now it's time to earn it. And there's some men out there that you need to earn it. I know what it's like. I earned my right to look at myself in the mirror and call myself a dad. And so do you. You deserve that right to do that. And do it starting now. So I just want to pray, Father, to all those fathers that are out there that may be struggling. Now is the day after Father's Day. I just pray for strength and wisdom and courage to be the man you've made them to be. Amen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.